Okay, this is Stealth Volume 2. How stealth is made. It's going to go into the Raptor and the Joint Strike Fighter. That's the F-22 and the F-35. And you're going to find these at Amazon Kindle by Mike Brown. And continuing up, there is a copyright involved with this. The FBI said in 2015 to format this in a way to be understood by them and by the public. So we're going to be looking at, it's going to have a jet in there. This is a thrust jet called the Decepticon jet. So Thrust has two fans on his wing, and this is going to be incorporated in the F-35 right here. And there's an explanation on this. And then you're going to find Skywarp here is going to be involved, where his idea of his wing design will fall into a line. You have the F-22 then using that and the explanation on that. So basically, picking up where I left off, the first volume, we were looking at the stealth bomber and how the Spirit was taken off of this checkerboard. How actually the confusion is an Indian arrowhead is the spirit, the bear spirit, the lake spirit, the tree spirit. But this is called the Spirit because the name was pulled off of, it was taken from the Stealth Fighter, which is really the Spirit because it has the Indian arrowhead for the design. But however, that one goes to Nighthawk. But since the Stealth Fighter is called the Nighthawk, it really means that the Stealth Bomber is the Nighthawk because the nose tip is fashioned from the Nighthawk. So they just move it around, but the book will explain this and many other confusions. A lot of people are running around thinking one way, but it's the other. It's kind of amusing how they do this. And I explain how they arrive at the fuselage using basically angles of like an octagon, shorten it down to like a hexagon at 6, and then maybe take a piece out and close it up. Now you got like a pentagon shape, reverse it upside down, and that would be the shape. Well, if you flip this around, let's say, okay, you reverse this pentagon shape around, you would have the top of the craft. Here would be the bottom, but then it goes around. See, it's rotated right. But then they go ahead and show you how they format from all that to make the F-22, and using wing designs made from the square, which they overlay on the fuselage in half and just clip off the tip. And then if you drag this down and then maintain the image, freeze it, but then drag it back up and then keep that image in trace, you'll have the 1, 2, well, it's more like 1, 2, 3, 4, as they show here, 1, 2, 3, 4, the angel wing effect. And that's by using Skywarp's level, and that's explained in the ebook as well. And then it goes ahead and says, well, how to make something like the upright fin is still a square, though the angles are so that you can't really see all these, I guess, angles and positions, but it's there and explained in the book, and as well as these little corners for the aileron. These corners are from the tip that's just transferred over from two straight lines out. So it just goes over into the F-35 is explained, the Joint Strike Fighter, pretty much the same thing where they use the same fuselage, except they're not going to angel wing it, just use the basic square over there with a cut tip and try it that way. And then just pop on the upright fins of Jetfire, right? And then you just take your square and cut it diagonally. And then at which rate here, if you just cut the tip off, you have the aileron. And then you stab this into the plane and hide it and bury it. And then you have the aileron shape. So they're going to incorporate this onto the next one, which will be using an antenna for the drone of the Predator. So this is called the Lightning, but a portion of that antenna will be transferred and become the nose, which will kind of look like it's a lightning rod if it was an antenna on the house, let's say, too. So the name Lightning, they get JSF as Jet Skyfire or Joint Strike Fighter. So we'll look at that. Well, I appreciate it. Check that out, and Mock UFO, and on to volume 3.